you just joined us on the System After Dark, this is a homegrown number courtesy of E3 and Cracker. Bulla, how's it going? I'm D, your host on the System After Dark, right here on Today FM. Today's hit music. You can catch me weeknights at 7 p.m. That's from Monday to Friday, only on the home of Today's hit music. And don't forget, that's D with you every weeknight on the System After Dark. Even got that homebrew flowing.
In this bulletin, Fiji rugby mourns loss of Fiji Warriors tight head prop Yosef Ombele. Search on for baby Nabia's mother. And new venue for 2015 Hibiscus Festival. Good evening, Fiji. I'm Akusita Tale, and this is FBC News. Leading our news tonight, a 1-year, 6-month-old baby has become the latest drowning victim. Police spokesperson Atunaisa Sokomuri says the baby was found by her father floating in a river at Rokovuaka in Ra yesterday morning. Police are investigating and a post-mortem is expected to be conducted on Monday. The drowning death toll now stands at 10 compared to 18 for the same period last year. The Fiji Rugby Union is mourning the loss of Telecom Fiji Warriors prop Yosef Ombele Tambalala, who passed away early this morning at the team hotel in Suva. His roommate and medical staff tried to revive him whilst waiting for emergency services to arrive at Southern Cross Hotel. The 32-year-old was rushed to Colonial War Memorial Hospital, however efforts to revive him proved futile. Tambalala was based out of the Brothers Club in Australia and was a key figure in the Warriors lineup in their World Rugby Pacific Challenge campaign. With the Warriors set to face the Argentina Pampas in the final on Monday afternoon, the players are more than determined to earn a win in honor of their fallen comrade. Tambalala hailed from Yaundingi village Tonguru in Madhwata and started his rugby career in 2005 while attending the University of the South Pacific. He represented Naitasiri at provincial level and broke into the Pacific Barbarian squad in the 2011 Pacific Rugby Cup. The Ministry of Health is appealing to the mother of baby Nabia Romesa Hussein to come forward and take the newborn home. Assistant Health Minister Vina Bhatnagar visited baby Nabia at the CWM's High Dependent Unit at the Children's Ward this morning. Savaira Tambua has more.
Baby Nabia was abandoned outside St. Christopher's home in Oulu on Thursday night and is believed to be less than a week old. Assistant Minister for Health Vina Bhatnagar is pleading for the mom to come and take her home.
I would like to request the mother, wherever you are, you carried the baby for 9 months in your home, and you must be feeling for the baby. For whatever reasons, for whatever cultural constraints, or for whatever fear you have left or abandoned your baby, I request you to come and take your baby home with you. And I even request the family to accept the baby in the family.
Baby Nabia was wrapped in a cloth when she was found by a woman passing by the orphanage. She had heard her cry and alerted police. In a statement this afternoon, Minister for Children and Women Rosie Akbar says she grievously concerned with the case. However, the baby's care and well-being is important at this stage. The ministry has seen an increase in such cases where babies less than a month old are abandoned. In cases where babies are abandoned and no one claims the child, the department takes the responsibility of the child. Currently, there are more than 160 children placed in residential care homes in Fiji and are under state care. The Social Welfare Department says it is assessing the case and is expecting to finalize details by Monday. Anyone with information that could help police locate baby Nabia's mother is requested to call the nearest police station. Sabaira Tambua, FBC News.
Prime Minister Vorenge Bainimarama says paying a fair price to cane farmers will ensure they remain in the industry and make a reasonable living. Opposition MP Ratusela Nanovo asked the Prime Minister in Parliament whether the government will implement a minimum guaranteed price of $85 per tonne for the next 4 years given the rising cost of production and declining price of sugar. Bainimarama says the government doesn't need to pay an arbitrary guaranteed price, but to ensure that payments are reasonable. Sugar, he says, is exposed to the world market.
My government, Madam Speaker, continuously reviews the cost of farming as well as the price paid to farmers for their sugarcane. This means ensuring that the costs such as fertilizer, harvesting and transportation are appropriate for the industry. As part of the continuous improvements initiative of my government, we are investigating the establishment of a price stabilization fund to reduce the volatility of sugarcane prices to the farmers.
The Prime Minister says the industry will embark on a number of capital projects such as cogeneration, ethanol, retail packaging and sugar refinery to ensure there is sufficient revenue. New Member of Parliament Mika Leawere will be sworn in when the Electoral Commission gives the green light. Leader of Opposition Rote Mumukepa asked about the status of Leawere's swearing in. He qualifies for the seat left vacant by the late Ratu Viliame Tangiveitawa. Speaker Dr. Chico Luveni told the House there are certain legal issues that need to be addressed before the swearing in.
I had informed the House in my communication on Monday, 16th of March, that the Fijian Electoral Commission had advised that Mr. Mikaele Leawere had been awarded a vacant seat and that he will be sworn in as soon as practicable. I now wish to inform the House that I have received a written notification from the Fijian Electoral Commission that it is waiting for a legal opinion on certain provisions of the electoral decree and the Constitution. Until the Fijian Electoral Commission has met and deliberated, we will not be able to confirm the swearing in of the new member.
Leawere is the next in line to take up a seat with the opposition given the number of votes received in the elections. The Hibiscus Festival this year will go ahead despite not being given the Albert Park in Suva to stage its fair. This year's festival will be held at the Carpenters Suva foreshore. Shanal Sivan reports.
This is where it all started. Albert Park has been the venue of the Mother of All Festival since its inception in 1956. The government is currently reconstructing Albert Park, hence the Hibiscus Events Group has had to look for a new venue.
We have secured a property that is Carpenters Suva foreshore. It is a huge property. It's 10.3 acres, so almost the size of Albert Park. Yeah. It's something new because it's right across the ocean, and I believe the people enjoyed it.
Hibiscus Events Group Chairman Hirdesh Prasad says this year's event will be done with a difference.
We kind of visualize it, so we had a discussion with Carpenters Fiji Limited, and it's generosity of Mr. Daniel Whippy, his team, and Sam Morgan. Since they've been our partners for many years, and they said go ahead and do some update, renovate it, and use the ground.
Meanwhile, the events group today held its first roadshow to recruit contestants.
We are recruiting Queen, King, Teen, and we are also recruiting Kayla Star Search, and our Andy Sendikau will follow a little later.
And how's the response from the public?
Response is very awesome. This is the first time we're having a lot of people coming and showing interest in participating in Hibiscus.
The auditions for the contestants will be held next month, followed by invitations to sponsors and the launch of the contestants. The Hibiscus Festival will be held from the 15th to the 22nd of August. Shanal Shivan, FBC News.
Tropical Depression 12F is moving further away from Fiji and is expected to be located 380 kilometers southeast of Lakemba by midnight. A strong wind and heavy rain warning is in force for the Southern Lau group, but will gradually be cancelled later tonight. The system, which formed into a tropical disturbance yesterday, became a tropical depression, but is not likely to form into a cyclone. The Fiji Met Service has been monitoring the depression and says it poses no threat to the country. Coming up after the break, Fiji Corrections Department takes in 146 new officers.
Ya, bila boleh menonton Wacik Main yang Wacik Main FM 62
ene sirri na ngona ni ndende manda ke central rental support ke de rusu ko vitamici me va na koloko ni sapola
Oya wa tisoni dalai.
Vanga e mosdon
Nama kikirau kena tolu kena betu. Ena via kabi. Moliti kena porombuka.
Goria na lali ne kabi Bula FM number 2 ene sirri
Welcome back, this is FBC News. The United Nations has designated the 21st of March each year as the International Day of Forest. The Land Resources Division of the Secretariat of the South Pacific Community marked the event in Nandi yesterday, where they conducted tree planting for current and future generations. Christopher Chan reports.
It's a small step, but an important one towards realizing how vital forests are.
We consider it a small step, but it enhances the awareness of the people. The major thing is that we need to enhance the awareness and education of the people on how they should be able to keep this particular resource intact, not only for this generation, but also for the next generation to come.
Deforestation continues at an alarming rate and is a major problem not only in Fiji but regionally and globally.
Wherein deforestation contribute to about almost 20% of the greenhouse gas emission. So it's just for our contribution, we have to address these issues and try to reduce deforestation and forest land degradation.
Forests cover 1/3 of the Earth's landmass, performing vital functions around the world. 1.6 billion people, including more than 2,000 indigenous cultures, depend on forests for their livelihood.
The contribution of forests and trees to the lives of our people here in the Pacific, it has some significance in terms of economic, social, as well as cultural value to the people in the Pacific.
Forests are important to mankind. They sustain and protect us in invaluable ways. Christopher Chand, FBC News.
Staffing at the Fiji Corrections Service has boosted tremendously following the pass-out of 146 new recruits. Corrections Commissioner Colonel Iferemi Vasu welcomed the new recruits to the staffing establishment during the pass-out parade yesterday. Eleanor Turangeviu reports.
20 weeks of vigorous training has finally paid off for these new corrections officers. Their intake completes government's commitment to have 315 staff at our corrections department over a 3-year period.
All the hard work, the training in and outside of the classroom will now be put to test. Even though you have undertaken job rotations within the Fiji Corrections Service operational area, that was more of a learning exercise. This now is the real thing.
The intake boosts the staffing by 55%. The new recruits will be designated posts according to their talents and skills.
This is to assist you to further develop your skills within your area of competence, thereby ensuring the effective and efficient achievement of our vision and mission.
The Corrections Commissioner told the new recruits he expects the highest level of integrity and performance from them.
I, as your Commissioner, would expect from all of you the maintenance of the high standard of performance at all times. I would expect nothing less.
152 officers were expected to graduate. However, there were 6 casualties during training. Of the 146 new recruits, 27 are females. Eleanor Turangeviu, FBC News.
Businesses, civil society groups and churches have been brought into discussions on reviewing the national security policy. While opening the 3rd Security Forum consultation, Chairman Esala Teleni highlighted the importance of reconciling strategic security issues with all sectors of society. Sakiu Sanaivua reports.
This meeting is specifically for faith-based organizations, the private sector and academics to contribute towards the National Security and Defense Review project.
There are many threats and risks that Fiji is facing. I mean, when we talk about threats and risks, we don't look at only in terms of military and also from external forces. I think in this modern world, all countries are looking at threats and risks ranging from social problems, from health risk, food security, energy security, even drug trafficking.
Delany says all the points raised in the discussion will be taken into consideration before the formulation of the State Nation Security Report. The review committee is currently developing strategies to be implemented for the country's safety.
We have identified the risks already, but what we want to do is to formalize that in the documents and for the development of what sort of capability and what sort of system that the government needs to strengthen our national security strategy and system.
A development of the national security strategy is expected once all the review reports are compiled. Sakyusa Nebua, FBC News.
3 senior volunteer teachers are expected to leave Fiji soon to teach at high schools in Tuvalu and Nauru under the Fiji Volunteer Scheme. Ellen Stoltz reports 2 are going to Vanuatu and 1 to Nauru.
The 3 teachers, including 59-year-old Timothy Mbosinakandavu Mbara, were given their airfare tickets and allowance yesterday. Mbosinakandavu, who will be travelling to Nauru, last served as the principal of Nasikawa Vision College before retiring in 2012.
It's quite a helpful thing for the retirees, because most of them, when they retire, believe that some of them still have the energy to serve. And with the volunteer scheme that we have, I think that is the ideal way for them to re-utilize the talents that they have.
Fulori Halofaki will be returning to Motufonu Secondary School in Tuvalu, where she previously taught from 2007 to 2010.
Fiji's education system is far more advanced. I think we are very systematic and the programs that we follow are quite intact. With these Pacific Island countries, one thing I like about when I was in Tuvalu was the very relaxed atmosphere. There's not much pressure.
There are currently 9 Fijian teachers in Vanuatu on voluntary basis, and Chan says the government's support under the Fiji voluntary scheme has been tremendous.
It is great to have this capacity and this resource to be able to help our neighboring countries, and especially you would all be aware, given the disaster which hit Vanuatu, which had spill-on effects on Tuvalu, as well as, of course, Kiribati.
The 3 teachers are expected to leave Fiji as early as next week. Ellen Stoltz, FBC News.
Coming up on FBC Sports, Fiji Sevens players battle ready for Asian leg. And Argentina Pampers prepare for Warriors onslaught.
My name is Luca. I live on the 2nd floor.
Gold FM, only the classic hits. I hope you're having fun so far. You're listening to The Ride, and I'm Kara, taking you through your afternoon. Stay with me to listen to more awesome classics right here on The Ride. Mulubinaka, for awesome sounds in the afternoon. Wonderful, wonderful classics. Join me on The Ride every weekday right here on Gold FM, only the classic hits from 2 to 7.
Just don't ask me what it was. I think it's 'cause
Welcome back, this is FBC Sports. Fiji Sevens coach Ben Ryan says the 1-week delay in naming his team for Hong Kong has been successful in seeing some injured players recover. Question mark remained on the fitness and injury status of several players last week, and the extra time has allowed them to get back into contention for the final squad to the Hong Kong and Tokyo Sevens. Chalendo Takataka has more.
It will take a monumental effort to beat the Fiji Sevens side in the Hong Kong and Tokyo Sevens tournaments. Coach Ben Ryan believes the 12 players that have come through a rigorous selection program will be hard to beat on game day.
As you know, I delayed things so that I gave everybody the best possible chance to put their hand up. It's been a tough week where they've got through huge amounts of work. They're going to certainly be battle hardened for Hong Kong and Tokyo. A lot of the boys have played a couple of big tournaments in between here and Las Vegas. We've had some long full contact sessions of training to try to work out which is the best 12 and best combinations.
Now that the squad has been chosen, the challenge will be to mold the group into title winners like they did in Las Vegas.
There's no difference, but we know that all the team is going to be gunning for Fiji because we picked up form in Vegas, and we're just looking at ourselves. We're telling each other that the enemy that we're going to have, the most thing we're going to have, our opponent we're going to have is just ourselves. And we need to look at ourselves. If anyone is going to defeat us, it's ourselves. And all we're trying to do is get the maximum effort out of training and hopefully try and go all the way in Hong Kong.
The players broke from camp yesterday and will meet up in Nadi tomorrow before flying out to Hong Kong on Monday morning. Talento Dakadak, FBC Sports.
As the Telecom Fiji Warriors come to terms with the loss of prop forward Iosefo Tambalala, the Argentina Pampers are leaving no stones unturned in the title defense of the World Rugby Pacific Challenge. The Pampers are preparing for an onslaught from the Warriors in the final on Monday after their narrow win over the host in the first round. Chalendo Dakadaka has more.
Argentina Pampers held their captain's run at the ANZ Stadium this morning as they look to retain the World Rugby Pacific Challenge title on Monday. The Pampers have yet to lose a match in the competition and will be looking to maintain a 100% record in the final against the Telecom Fiji Warriors.
This match is going to be very close, very tough to the final, and we want to win this tournament. Also, we think Fiji has the same thing, so it's going to be a very good match.
The visitors are aware that the Warriors will still be hurting from the first round clash between the two sides, where tempers flared, resulting in a red card and 2 yellow cards flashed to the Fiji side.
They are very physical, very tough, and they are very quickly with the hands. Have a lot of speed in their players, so we have to move our legs. We have to run.
The two sides will battle for top honors on Monday afternoon in what is expected to be a fiery and fitting finale to the Pacific Challenge competition. Talento Dakadak, FBC Sports.
The Nasinu Secondary School Under-19 Rugby League side has finished on top of the Southern Zone competition. The side proved too strong for Suva Grammar School, winning by a comfortable 16-2 scoreline. Nasinu will be the top seeds from the Southern Zone and qualify for the national quarterfinals next weekend. The Fiji Secondary School National Quarterfinals will be held next weekend at the ANZ Stadium in Suva. Jasper Williams High School has yet again retained its title in the girls' division of the Lautoka Secondary School's athletics zone. The defending champions won a total of 35 gold, 21 silver and 9 bronze, leaving Natambua in second and Yasawa High School in third. Natambua led the boys' division with a total of 31 gold, 16 silver and 8 bronze, with St. Thomas coming in second and Ba Provincial in third. Meanwhile, in the Nandi zone, Korovuto College has won the overall medal tally after it managed to scoop a total of 21 gold, 15 silver and 9 bronze. Ratunavula College coming in second and Nandi Muslim College in third. Shane Watson made the most of a lucky break to guide Australia to a 6-wicket win over Pakistan in the World Cup quarterfinals yesterday, setting up a semi-final showdown with defending champion India. Pakistan won the toss and batted first at the Adelaide Oval, but was all out for 213 in the 50th over. Australia then withstood a pulsating spell of fast bowling from Pakistan's Wahab Riaz as Watson hit winning runs to lift his score to 64 and Australia to 216 for 4 in the 34th over. Meanwhile, the West Indies needs 394 runs to beat New Zealand in the ICC Cricket World Cup quarter-final clash, which is currently underway. The Black Caps batted first and recorded 393 runs for the loss of 6 wickets in 50 overs. Rain and thunderstorms were experienced over the Lau and Lomaiviti group today. Elsewhere, cloudy periods with some showers prevailed. Suva and Savu recorded the lowest temperature today, hitting 30 degrees. Nandi and Lambasa recorded the highest at 32 degrees. Tomorrow there should be fine weather across the country. Further outlook: periods of rain, heavy at times, and squally thunderstorms over southern Lao Group. Elsewhere, cloudy periods with some showers, and outlook for Monday, fine apart from brief showers about the eastern and interior parts of the larger islands. Recapping our main stories: Fiji Rugby mourns loss of Fiji Warriors tight head prop Yosef Ombele, search on for baby Nabia's mother, and new venue for 2015 Hibiscus Festival. This week's poll question, we are again asking, should Pio Tuai play for Fiji in the Hong Kong Sevens? Visit our FBC website to take part. Remember, you can send us newsworthy pictures and videos on email citizenseyes@fbc.com.fj or share it with us via our Facebook page, FBC News, or if you're on Twitter, follow and tweet us your news tips at FBC News or simply hashtag FBC News. That's all for tonight. Bye for now.